Good morning, GHS. Today is Tuesday, April 17th, and it is a B-Day. I'm Sam.
And I'm Sydney.
And you're watching the Duke Daily. Juniors and seniors have a mini-career expo on April 26th in the Auxiliary Gym from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can sign up in the counseling office or with a high school career coach in room C149A.
On Thursday, April 19th and Friday, April 20th, Jocelyn will be delivering senior graduation orders. Students may pick up their orders during all 3 lunches in the back of the auditorium from our Jocelyn's representative.
On this week's episode of The Harbor, we're going to hear from up-and-coming country music artist Kelsey Ballerini talk about the importance of your individuality.
What's up? It's Kelsey Ballerini, and I'm a country music singer-songwriter. My favorite years, but while I was in them, my hardest years were 8th grade and my freshman year in high school. That was the year that I learned how to pick up a guitar and write songs, and that was the year that changed my life. I just remember I was kind of like a floater. I didn't quite have a group of friends. I was just kind of like friends with some of the cool kids and then some of the people that sat in the back row, and I just floated. I tried out for the cheerleading squad and I didn't make it. And I was like one of like the 5 girls that didn't make it. I was like devastated because I thought that meant that I was never gonna be cool. And it sounds silly now, but it was a big deal. I was growing up and, you know, boys got cute and all this stuff happened, and my parents were also splitting up at the same time. And there was just a lot of change going on in my life. I always loved music. I loved it so much, but I didn't really think that being from Knoxville, Tennessee, like, you could be a singer. I just kind of accidentally started writing songs that were actually just journals about feeling different and, you know, my parents splitting up and all that stuff that I was going through at the time, and literally just fell in love with it. And it became this passion, and even though I didn't know if it was doable, I just pursued it. And it was this cool thing that I just kind of let happen because I felt like it was what was supposed to happen. And moved to Nashville when I was 15 to do it. I started learning how to be an individual and how to let my flaws and my differences make me me. One of my biggest lessons of individuality was my first time coming to Nashville. I was 14, I think. I had just started writing songs, and I was kind of trying to write what was on country radio because I wanted to be an artist on country radio, and I didn't understand that you couldn't write what was already on the radio. But I had this meeting. It was my first record label meeting ever. I was in this big long office, and it was just me and the head of this label. I was very intimidated. It was very scary. And I just remember playing a song, and he looked at me and he said, "There's already a Taylor Swift." And it hurt my feelings so bad, but he was right. I think that that lesson for me was I have to be myself. Like, if I want to be a country music artist or whatever you want to be, like the people that you look up to, it's okay to look up to them and be inspired by them, but they're already there. Like, you have to be you. And I think that going home and learning that lesson and stepping back and saying, like, what do I want to say? How do I want to say it? Like, what do I want to sound like? That was a really cool and important lesson for me to learn really early on. Being comfortable in your own skin is super hard sometimes, and I think that the world is always going to tell you that it's not good enough and all that stuff, because that happens. And I think that when you can be comfortable in your own skin and be an individual, that's when you're going to be the happiest in your entire life. You are in the years of your life right now where you're shaping your future, and you're learning about who you are, who you want to be, and it is okay to not be cool. Discover things about yourself that are different and learn about that. And if it's different than what anyone else is doing, that's okay. I think if I wouldn't have let myself find that passion at that age, I wouldn't be doing my dream right now. It's okay to be whatever you want to be and own it and rock it.
Hey Jamie, what's the weather going to be like?
Thank you, Sydney. It has been a stormy weekend and a rainy start for the beginning of the week, although that will change. Starting today on the weather will be very dry with mostly cloudy skies throughout the week. Now for the 3-day weather forecast. Today we will have a high of 57, a low of 40 with winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Wednesday with a high of 72, low of 54 with winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Thursday with a high of 71, low of 43 with gusty winds at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Thank you. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Jamie. Sam, I skipped breakfast today, and I can't wait for lunch. What's today's hot plate?
Glad you asked, Sydney. Today's hot plate will be spaghetti and meat sauce, a whole grain roll, fresh veggies, an assortment of fresh fruits and milk.
Well, I can't wait till lunch, Sam. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and remember to
Stay fresh, GHS.